When I first became active with the Republican Party here in Georgia in Cobb County, the challenge that we had at that time was to really establish the Republican Party. This was back in the late 70s, before the Reagan landslide of 1980, which really broke the dam of the Democrats' stranglehold on Georgia politics at all levels. So, we had a certain challenge back then, and it was to establish the party. And there are certain things that you have to do when you're at that early phase of a party. Then, as we developed strength, and it actually became in fairly short order the majority party in Cobb County, and from there spread out to become the majority party across the state, the challenge became somewhat different. The challenge became not so much finding candidates, it became not so much establishing parties, it became consolidating our gains and broadening our base. And at that phase of a party building process or the growth of party, you have to do certain things. Then as time goes on, and the challenge that we face now, I think one of the challenges we face now, which is being met very well by our county party, has our chairman been introduced? Oh. Come up here. Come up here. This is the lady. I mean, this is the lady that does it all and is going to continue to do it all. Am I right about that?
Absolutely.
Okay. Very good. The challenge that we have now with the Republican Party is to make sure that the Democrat Party, which learned from us, we didn't learn from them because they were a corrupt party to begin with. We had to establish our own ethics, our own rules, our own organization, our own way of doing things that was the right way, very different from the way the Democrats had run the state since Reconstruction. But Democrats, some of them are pretty stupid, but not all of them. And the Democrats here in Georgia, they have been watching us for the last several years, and they have learned from us. So they are doing those things now that we did many years ago to establish themselves, to take over. They're going to fail, and probably fail miserably at that, but it presents certain challenges for us. And that's where we are. We have to meet those challenges. And one of the ways that we do that is to encourage men and women of conservative principles, of energy, and of ethics to step forward and fill those vacancies, take on those challenges in particular districts. And it's not easy. And you can't wait for everything to fall into place before you step forward. When I ran, and TJ remembers this, he worked in my very first campaign for the House back in 1994. It wasn't an open seat. It was a seat that was occupied by a conservative, or at least somebody who had to that point been a conservative Democrat. He'd been in office 12 or 13 years, well established, well liked. He'd come to my wedding many years before. If I had waited for everything to fall into place so that it was a perfect time for Bob Barr to step forward and challenge him for that seat, I'd still be waiting. The Lord doesn't present us with perfect situations and a neon sign that says, okay, Bob, now's the perfect time. I've set everything up for you. Go to it. No, we have to look, and we have to analyze, and we have to step forward when we feel that the time is right in our heart, our mind, to make that challenge, to take on that challenge. And I was able to, with a tremendous team back in 1994, and defeated a well-established, previously conservative Democrat. He made mistakes. We took advantage of those mistakes. He voted for gun control. He voted for Clinton's tax increase. We hung those around his neck everywhere we could go. So you have to not only recognize when the time is right for you and have the courage to step forward and take on that challenge, but you also have to look and recognize the issues. And that's what Olivia has done. Once she's accepted that challenge, she knows that every single aspect of her race is not falling into place, so it's going to be easy for her. It's not going to be easy. She'll win, but it'll be hard work, and she knows that. We don't have to worry with her like we have to with some other districts, not here, in other parts of the state, other states, where Republicans don't necessarily represent the views of their constituents. Their agenda is something different when they get up there. And you've seen them before. They say one thing down here and do something else when they get to Washington. Say something else here and do something else when they get under the Gold Dome down in Atlanta. We don't have to worry about that with Olivia. She is in this race for the right reasons, at the right time, and with the right resources and team behind her. So, what I see, Olivia, in your race is the same sort of challenge and response to that challenge that I and many others have taken on over the years in the Republican Party. To do the right thing at the right time for the right reason. It's not always easy, but it's always the right thing to do, and you'll win in the end. I'm confident of that. I suspect TJ is. TJ knows you as well as I do, having worked with you for many years. I mean, you look at Olivia's pedigree. She went to the other Polytechnic Institute, one a little ways down the road, not Southern Tech, but in the Philippines. She worked hard to get where she is. TJ is a demanding investigator. But she met those needs and those challenges and helped him tremendously. And I know that from having worked on cases with him. So, I suspect I'm talking to the choir here. Nobody here has any doubt in their heart that Olivia is the right person for this job. This is the right time to have her run and to support her. But, as was just said, spread that message. There are voters out there that don't know her. They'll get to know her, but who don't know her yet. It's our job to help her introduce herself, her ideas, her background, and her beliefs, which match up with the voters, so that they get out. I used to say on election day, you can't say that now, with all, I agree, this nonsense with all of this early voting, but it's the way it is until it changes. So, help people get to the polling place, help people who need assistance if they do with the early voting. We do it the right way, not the way the Democrats did it a couple of years ago. And I'm happy to be a part of that team. I know TJ is, our chairwoman is, I know you all are. So Olivia, thank you for giving us that opportunity, setting that example for us with a new generation of challengers that come in, have the backbone, the courage, and the right ideas, the inspiration, and the belief in their heart and in our God that you will win, because this is the right time to take on that challenge. Congratulations, and thank you for allowing me to be part of your team.
It's an honor.
I got my citizenship, I think, in '94, and I came to an event that you had after that. So that's as far as I know you back. But of course, you've told all the stories, and I understand it. And this is a great guy, and I the Clinton years. I remember.
Yeah.
You didn't mention those. I remember those definitely. But you're a great patriot. Thank you so much. Thank you for your support.
Honorable Bob Barr, thank you. It's an honor. Before we go farther, I would like to introduce a very good friend of mine that came all the way here to honor me with her beautiful song. Please welcome Paulette Smith.
How's everybody doing today? This evening? Do we have any veterans in the house? Any veterans? Can we stand up? Come on. Let's just give a big round of applause. Thank you so much for your service. getting ready to do the national anthem. Okay? And everybody just stand up. This is my rendition. I want to give thanks to my country. I want to give thanks to my veterans and the patrons. And most of all, I want to give thanks to my God. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light was so proudly we at the twilight's last gleaming, who bore stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets the bombs bursting in the air, get me through the night. Then our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled
Okay, so Olivia is wonderful. She calls me and says, "You're going to do this tonight." Oh, okay, sure. I was supposed to be at my mother-in-law's birthday party, and she's turning 91. But it's okay because they're all Democrats there, except for my husband and her. And there's a story behind that on Tuesday night, and they walked out and they left us to eat our dessert by ourselves. So they don't like to talk about things, and I thought that, wow, okay, they're in control, so they should be happy. Apparently they're not happy. So I think that's why when our congressman said about this is the time and this is the place, and Sally says this a lot, if not us, who? And that this is also, if not, Olivia, she stepped up and she answered the call. So next I'm going to introduce Laris Hodges. Would you come up and take the mic, please?
Mr. Laris is alumni of Morehouse College. Laris Hodges is the founder of Beer and Conversations, a Black conservative talk show. Laris works closely with both Caesars and Governor Kim Stims as campaign advisor. Laris is also a small business owner, specializing in logistics consulting for other small businesses. Extra nearly, Laris is the voice of heterosexual black men. What's that?
Just straight in.
Oh, okay.
I think sometimes I'm proud of that one. I'm probably proudest of that.
I'm sorry, I'm ignorant sometimes because the gender nowadays is like A, B, C, D, L, B, T, Q, W, X, Y, Z. Okay.
God has no say so in gender anymore. You know?
All right. In the face of Stacey Abrams and the Progressive Democrats, Holy Family values and God the highest hilarious works to empower Black families to grow stronger under the leadership of strong Black conservative male voice. Please welcome Nurse Hedges.
Miss Angel, thank you so much. It's a privilege to be here. I have so many emotions and feelings going through me. My friend Josh is here, and I'm glad that he was able to make it. Because he is representative of what it is that we want to embody, a new red wave, a different direction that we're going in as Black male conservatives. And so, to be quite honest with you, growing up, I mean, it's crazy. I met Bob Barr right when I came in here, but growing up, I was taught to dislike Bob Barr. And I'm 40 years old, so we're talking when I was a teenager, perhaps 20. And it's not because I knew Bob Barr. It's not because I knew any of you. It's because culturally I was taught a certain way. In the Bible it says, when I was a child, I thought as a child. I acted and behaved as a child. But when I became a man, I put childish things away. And so what we represent is new thought, the ability to think for ourselves, the ability to not allow cultural nomenclatures and traditions to be passed down and influence the way that we think as grown men. Because to be a man is to come to your own realizations. And so when Johnny Crist, Mayor Johnny Crist, the former mayor of Lilburn, I live in Lilburn, came to me and we had a discussion outside one day. And he said, I'd like you to come to an event. And I decided to come to the event. And he said, I want you to say what you said to me on your porch that day. And I said, well, how do you want me to look? He said, I want you to look like yourself. I don't want you to change anything about yourself. But I want you to say what you said. And I was embraced, and I believed in, because believe it or not, the way that we grew up were conservative values. We were called Democrats. We believed in family. We believed in going to church. We didn't spend all day in church growing up, you know?
Amen.
Yeah, but you know what? You do. All day. But somehow along the way, much like an individual who is falling asleep on a raft that is at the shore, when you wake up, the Democrat Party has gone from where it was to way deep out in the ocean. It is something else. I don't know what that is, and I don't want to be a part of that. I don't want to be affiliated with it. And the reason that I am here today is because I am here to fight against it. Yeah. And so what we have to understand is that all of us in this room are here for two reasons. Number one, God has not given up on us, and we have not given up on our core belief system in this country. And just like we did in World War II, black and white, hand in hand, we stormed the beach at Normandy, and that's the way that it's going to get done. I'm certain of that. I believe in that. And so to Speaker Craig Jarrett, what he was saying and what Congressman Bob was saying is very, very true. We need help. The reason we need help is not, we don't need money to line our pockets with, but we need to get this message out. We're fighting against a liberal machine that blocks our message. And so the only way that we're going to do that is if we have a grassroots movement. We need boots on the ground. We are willing to do that. We have to do that. We have to be seen. The reason why is because there are a lot of people who feel the way that I do. But they're afraid of the social stigmas attached to them by being associated with the GOP. We need higher visibility because we want other people who do agree with the principles that we agree in, that were raised the way that we were raised, to see that it's okay. Come on over. It's okay. It's not taboo. And believe it or not, even the people who fight against us, they don't even realize that we're fighting for them. We're fighting to protect them. They don't understand what's going on. And we have a thorough understanding of it. So I believe I'm most assuredly that we can flip this district. We can flip all these other districts too.
That's right.
We don't have to move the needle about that. We don't have to move. And so every $3, every $4 is a gallon of gas. What does that get us? MPGs wise, probably 20 to 25 miles of territory that we can cover. If you don't have money, that's okay. We want you to get involved with us. We want you to get involved with what we're doing, and you can share our message on social media for free. We need this message out there. We need all hands on deck. And I am certain of this. If Gideon could do it with 300, Moses sent in 12 spies into the land of Canaan. 12. Joshua and Caleb were 2 of the 12. Moses went with the recommendation of the 2. You don't need but a few strong people to get out and get some things done. And you can make some things happen. Right. And that's why we're here. Right. We don't need to look at how big our army is. We just need to know that we've got the right person with us. And we are the party of God, so I don't understand how we profess every day that we believe in God, we believe in the principles of God, we got this great big God behind us, and we run around afraid of everybody. So it's our time. It's our time to do it. I won't take too much time because I wasn't given that much time. But I do want to address this. With regard to Sister Olivia Angel and her position on, first and foremost, police need to be up-funded. I want to say that. And the reason why is because if we do what we have to do and we restore black families, then there's no greater police force in the community anyway than one that has a man in every house.
That's right.
All right? We need to up-fund them so that they do have proper training. We need to abandon things in schools like the scientists. We don't need to be teaching sexual matters, gender and stuff, and even critical race theory. That should be taught at home. Because who is going to teach something that they haven't really experienced in the first place? You can't learn that in the textbook. It's an experience. And so when given the choice between that and science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, we have to go with STEM. We have to go with these things. These things are important. They're going to help us grow GDP as a country. They're going to make us formidable. China right now is behind because of the policies that they put in place 20 years ago that limited the amount of children that they could have. And so now they're trying to catch up. We have a chance. This is an issue of national security. And we need to move swiftly. We don't need to waver in our position. And I'm going to tell you like this. And this will be the last thing I say. I played junior varsity. Junior varsity football. We were playing Cross Keys High School. I got beat. This guy, man, he was so fast. He just blew right off the line. Blew by. I didn't give up on the play. Couldn't catch him. I didn't give up on the play. Cornerback from the other side of the field, Chad Miles slings over, hits the guy. He doesn't tackle him, but what happened was he slowed him down just enough so that I could give him tackle and prevent the touchdown. What I'm trying to say to y'all is this, is that sometimes don't give up on a play because you got help coming and you don't even know it's coming. You got some people behind you, you don't even know it's behind you. And then we can party. Once we win this thing, we can party. And I ain't talking about a regular party, this is GOP, I'm talking about a grand old party. Y'all have to
Thank you so much. So this afternoon I was doing postcards with a group, and there was a gentleman, a black gentleman I thought I knew for 2 years. And he revealed some things to all of us that he used to be a vote Democrat. In fact, I think in 2020 he voted Democrat except for the campaign he was working on. And I thought, wow. And so we got talking about his parents were Republican. And he's from Tiff County. And he got brainwashed when he went to school, like high school and college. And so that is the message that we have to get out. We have to retrain them to be everything that you just said and what you are. And thank you so much. Yes, Paul?
I think these gas prices and food prices have already retrained them on
Yes.
this.
Well,
Because I find so many people who are searching for the Republican Party.
yes. We just have to be there, and we just have to give them
You're in
help.
the store.
Yeah.
I mean, talk about, the Republican Party and what they can do with their Republican Party.
Come here. Joe, it's your turn. Come. I can tell stories, but I think they want to hear you, so you can introduce Olivia, right? Thank you. Joe is the biggest patron ever.
Thank all y'all for being here tonight and supporting Olivia. And we have quite a history together. It's just an awesome experience. We had some really awesome experiences. We started the Trump campaign. We worked through numerous other campaigns, jumping on and on, pro-life, you name it. My feet are just about green from being grassroots activists since 2015, and it's just a miracle that we met and we bonded. We fought hard. We fought for all kinds of, and like I said, I mentioned the Trump bus and Mr. Danny Hamilton. We spent a lot of wonderful days and nights out on the road for that, and we even rode on one bus that's can't mention too much about it, but we had a blast riding all over the state one day with a governor candidate. Just had a blast with that, and God has just blessed me so much in all my endeavors, and Olivia has put her campaign together to their slogan is prosperity and safety. And at first I thought about that for a bit, and that's what we're all here about, is to make sure that we're prosperous, we grow, we support our families, and once we support our families, we put aside enough to where the next generation can enjoy a continuation of life. Right now we have this up and down kind of crazy life. One generation will do well, two or three will do fall down on the side. And we've got to bring back consistency. This young man was talking about family values are definitely the key to saving America. If we continue to lose the family like we are today, America's in deep trouble. And again, I feel like I'm Johnny Carson and I had a bad joke and I need to dance around here a little bit. All you wonderful speakers here. But I enjoy, it takes me a while to warm up when I get in front of a crowd. I'm used to standing outside the road, having people showing me their IQ and saying a few expletives towards me, but that's just part of the job. And it's been a great experience. We want to continue that. And Olivia's been a part of that. We have supported Martin Green. We've rode all over Northwest Georgia. We got support Governor Kemp riding the bus and one thing after another. So we have been very active, and we've got some campaigns we didn't win, but we won most of them. And I'd just like to say that Olivia will do all a great job. And I've got one more thing, is she immigrated from the Philippines to have a better life, and she has accomplished that. Now she wants a better life for her community and country, And so we know that's going to happen, and I'd like for y'all to give a warm welcome to Olivia.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, Joe. Joe is like my brother from different mother. Joe, somebody asked me to clarify our experience.
We got free.
No, yeah.
Figure all night long.
We've been together riding the Trump bus, owned by Danny Hamilton over there, and we've been riding all over Georgia, you know. That was for Trump and Governor Kim, I think, with Jerry Ramsey over here, and many others. Debbie Fisher, we've been sign waving all over the place, you know. There are other people, David Callahan, Terry Anderson, Alicia Adams, and everybody. I love you all. Oh my God, I'm surrounded by wonderful people. Thank you so much for raising my event. Don't you love our government? I'm supposed to show you something and it's not showing up. Okay, it's back. Okay. You know, I spoke to my brother this morning, and he told me, as I was preparing for the event today, I was running around, putting on makeup and all that stuff, and he was like, "What are you doing? Why so early putting makeup?" I said, "Oh, you know, I have to stand in my corner, but I have to get busy." He had no idea that I am actually running for office, and he told me that, "You know, you could be a model. You look like a model today." I said, "Oh, thank you very much. You know, assisted living model? Yeah, you can get so many people to check." I said, "Oh my God, you're my brother indeed. I love you." So, before we go farther, I want to talk about this hot topic over here, abortion. And, you know, people are asking me, "What's your stand in this?" This is, I can tell you all. Jeremiah 1 verse 5. Before I formed you, in the womb I knew you. Before you were born, I set you apart. I appointed you as a prophet to the nations. I'm sorry. This is just non-negotiable to me, okay? I am pro-life, and that's it. I'm gonna move on to other topic. And regarding Afghanistan, the pull-up of Afghanistan is horrible, horrible. There are other things that this administration did that I don't agree on. I know, I'm just in House District 39. I'm not delusional. But let me tell you this, my point is, it's supposed to start in the community. The basic should be in the family, and it goes out. Whatever hurts upstairs will hurt downstairs. And it's just amazing how our government functions. I'm just going to show you. That, ladies and gentlemen, resembles what is going on in our country. Not only that, they are a laughing stock here.
It's now time to check in with the fearless, bold, razor-sharp leader of the free world, the 46th to do the legal immigration.
What I'm considering is continuing to hear from first of all, it would be the people, why the Justice Department, because as a matter of principle, we want to be able to be in a position where, in fact, it is strongly opposed by the scientists, we have to need that to be sure that we be able to do that. But there has been no decision on instead of Title 22.
That is just incredible. To be clear, he was up.
So he was speaking about that Reform to immigration. We have people asking relief. Why is the economy going this way? How are we going to do? Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. So as you can see, in House District 39, there are 58,304 people and almost 20,000 households. And this is our household income, pretty much on the low side. So, when I get elected, I will support bills that good for retirees. Those people, I know this is already in the law, and people the retiree is supposed to not to pay taxes anymore for property tax, because they already have fixed income. And I bet you, just like you and I, they are also struggling. And also, that will help them if we will put money in their pockets. Second of all, in terms of safety, because in my area, there's a lot of crimes nowadays. Car breaking in, home invasion, rape, murder. Just a couple of weeks ago, there's 2 cops that are killed. They responded in domestic violence and they got killed. This is unacceptable. In a small community like this, 1 is too much. Okay? So what I would do is partner with the cops, law enforcement, to partner with the youth and people in the community to have a program every month or whatever we can do to augment, to know each other. Because usually these people does not know what is the difference between law enforcement and the law itself. So we need to educate people that, law enforcement, police officers, not there to put you in jail for no reason. Okay? So if we will get together and band it together, then I just believe that our community will look after each other and be peaceful. Once again, I'm not delusional that to again get money somewhere to get this program going. What I'm going to do is to tap whatever program already have in our community and talk together with our sheriff's office, law enforcement, chief, and all that. So my third plan is to CRT should never be taught in school. Teaching another child to hate another is a very big issue. Instead, we should promote what is good for everybody. It's supposed to be science, math and technology, economics, teaching them how to earn money, teaching them how to love freedom, teaching them how to love our country, teaching them how to respect our elderly, teaching them how to make a responsible person. In this case, I know that it's a long shot. I will tell you this. Most of these people inside here right now supporting me in any way, shape, or form, I'll tell you what. All of those money that you spend to me and every moment that you spend on me in my campaign, I'm gonna make it worthwhile for you. Okay? I'm not gonna go away. I'm gonna fight for my community, for House District 39, and I'm telling them, you guys have a choice now. You are no longer House District 39 pushover in the back roads of Atlanta. Alright? So we are here, and please, I'm asking your help. Everybody pray for me. I don't care how small your donation is, I will make it worthwhile. I will work hard, I will make everybody know that they have a choice. I want us to have freedom and liberty that we can pass on to the next generation. So help me God. Thank you.